08. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Have an anniversary coming up? I've got you covered. Celebrate your love with the timeless elegance of jewelry. This anniversary, give the gift of sapphires, emeralds, rubies, or gold. Find the perfect piece that reflects the beauty and depth of your commitment. Whether it's your first anniversary or your 50th, surprise your loved one with a gem as beautiful and rare as she is. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Play ball! Summertime is here, and so is another action-packed baseball season with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Bring your whole crew to Haymarket Park to experience the magic under the lights and the thrill of the game. Enjoy daily specials like Wiener Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, and Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts. Don't miss out on the excitement.
Strike three, you're out!
Visit saltdogs.com to see this week's promotions and secure your tickets to unleash the fun.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The Electrical Workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with a roof credit.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Tito's on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for 3! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by Nebco. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome in. It's On the Block with Strick and Austin. Excited for another week here on the show. But you might not hear us part of the week here. Tuesday through Thursday, we got our Coretta Big Ten Media Days. So we will be around, available to fill time if they need us so to do. But I would just plan on having On the Block Monday and Friday for sure, and we will we'll see about Thursday. But at least tomorrow and Wednesday, my guess is we'll be hearing a lot from the guys in Indianapolis for Big Ten Media Days. Excited to hear who they talk to, see what they come up with, and everything going on there. 402-464-5685. If you want to be a part of the show, we'll take your comments, your questions, your thoughts all show long. Big thanks to Nebco for sponsoring our show. You heard in the last break there a commercial for Constructors, right? Constructors Lincoln is hiring for all positions. They've got immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Join the Constructors crew today. You can be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Visit nebcoinc.com or constructorslincoln.com to learn more. Saw this tweet. We'll lead off with this here. Big college football show for you today with Big Ten Media Days. We'll preview that again starting tomorrow. The ACC has a banner at ACC Media Days declaring itself the conference of quarterbacks. In the words of Eric Strickland, I would say that's cap. That's cap, Stricky. The conference of quarterbacks in the ACC, nah, it can't be so.
You're not rolling with Drake May and
I'm not rolling.
And what's your boy that was down at Miami?
Cam Ward?
Yeah,
Brad Kaya?
Yeah, you rolling with them?
I am not.
What
I'm
about
not
Florida
rolling with
State?
them. You taking Charlie Ward or Famous Jameis?
Well, I mean, that's old school. I'm talking about the new school. You're talking about what about was it Smith? What's his name? My name?
Christian Ponder?
No, the one that just got drafted.
Oh, Jordan Travis.
Yeah.
Nah. He's good.
No.
That's what I'll say. Let's
so
go.
What about Louisville?
Teddy Two Gloves. Teddy Two Gloves.
What about Lamar?
Lamar. I know. I'm just being difficult. I know it's Lamar.
So I mean,
Lamar Jackson could have been a Husker.
I mean, they're really hyping it up. I think they're overhyping it. But there's someone.
Oh no. Oh no. What are you gonna say? Are you gonna say Jeff Brom for Louisville?
Georgia Tech.
Jeff Sims. Jeff Sims.
Bumbaruski. That's your boy. No, I'm just saying.
Excuse you.
But
excuse
LSU,
you.
I mean, what about Wake Forest?
LSU
Not
ain't
LSU,
no
not
ACC,
LSU, but I'm talking
Stricky.
about Jeff Sims, Georgia Tech.
Let's just go through it alphabetically here. Okay, Boston College. The best I could come up with is Matt Ryan.
Matty Ryan,
Matty
he's done
Ice.
good. I don't know who's better, Matt Ryan or Jeff it's Monday.
Flutie?
No, up at Minnesota. Kirk Cousins. He's not in Minnesota now, but
He didn't go to Boston College.
I know, but who's better? Like, because
Matt Ryan had a better career.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm weighing it out in my head, but Matt didn't get the money that Cousins got, though, right?
Has anyone gotten the money that Cousins got?
Cousins steal it.
He do be.
Okay, so
Doug
Flutie?
Flutie or
No?
Matt Ryan? Doug Flutie or Matt Ryan?
There's no doubt.
Okay.
Doug Flutie was a Flutie.
Got him.
A fluky.
Okay, Cal, Aaron Rodgers or Jared Goff in college?
This is crazy to even think that we're throwing Cal in the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're trying to take credit for the
They are.
the Cali quarterbacks now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Rodgers or
It's
Goff?
definitely got to be Rodgers for me.
Okay, Clemson has Trevor Lawrence or Deshaun Watson?
I think Lawrence did more with what he was given.
I think Lawrence did more with more.
That's what I'm saying.
Deshaun did more with less.
With less. So, yeah, I think you could say Deshaun in that situation.
They're both good.
Yeah.
Duke? Does anyone have any idea?
No, they're Dookie.
I mean, it's got to be like...
They're terrible.
Like, is it Riley Leonard?
You should know.
Why should I know?
Because that's your boys.
Oh, it's Daniel Jones, obviously. Danny Dimes.
Oh, Daniel Jones?
Danny Dimes.
Okay. Did you get help from the Sutter Heyman text line?
I did not from the Starter Heyman text line. Y'all are leaving your boy out to dry. Georgia Tech, I could not name a single quarterback.
Sims.
Well, besides him. Billy Lothridge is the answer. Received Heisman votes in multiple years, and he's the best they've got. Louisville, we said Lamar. Miami?
How did they have the receivers that they've had at Georgia Tech, but no quarterback?
They ran the triple option system.
I know.
Under Paul Johnson for so long.
How did
Demarius
Thomas and
Calvin Johnson.
How did they freaking thrive in that? I'm just trying to. That would have been like me going to Nebraska. No, I'm not Calvin Jones. You saw. You had to think about that for a second.
You'd have been Larry Fitzgerald.
No, because everything was. If it was in my area, it was caught.
I'm saying you're a big body slot guy.
He had good hands.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Fitzgerald, if it was thrown, it was caught.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the one thing I can say about Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah.
North Carolina, Drake May or Mitchell Trubisky?
I've got to go Drake May.
Oh, college Trubisky was a problem though, Stricky.
But college Trubisky just let me down when he had opportunity after opportunity. I can't get behind him. I just got to go with the young blood.
North Carolina State. There's an easy one here, Stricky. Don't miss this one.
NC State?
He's probably the third best quarterback, or second or third best quarterback of his draft class. in terms of name recognition, but he's probably the best statistically.
See, I don't even watch NC State like that.
He has, I believe, 11 kids and counting.
Really?
It's at least 9.
No way.
Phillip Rivers.
Really?
Phillip Rivers. Yeah.
NC State?
NC State.
I don't even remember him being at NC State.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big body.
Yeah.
I don't remember him being at NC State, but dang. Man, thank you. Thank you, Lord, not 9. Boy, I couldn't imagine with 9.
Hey, your boy Tyreek is wild.
Tyreek is wild.
Tyreek is wild.
He's next level wilding right now. I don't know what's going on. What's Instagram done to the young bucks? That's
Nothing
why
good.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad Instagram wasn't around when Stricky was around, because my DMs would have been full. And I don't know back then
your
if I would have
inbox
been able.
and your outbox would have been full.
I don't know. I am bad. I'm bad with jumping in DMs. I don't
But
know
if
how to
Instagram was
do
around
that.
back when you were playing, let's not pretend like you wouldn't have the confidence.
You know how they jump in the DMs now? Hey. Like, that would have been so whack to me. Like, I would have been like,
hey?
Hello.
How are you?
Like,
what's your name?
What are you doing? Like, what do they say? What is it?
WWYD?
WYD?
WWYD. Or, yeah, what are you doing?
Bro,
Whatever,
jumping in DMs to me, hey, what's your best Sutter Heyman text line? Holler at your boy Stricky. Help me out. Because if I want to jump in a DM, if I want to holler at something, if I want to sneak in, pause. They don't even 402-464-5685. What's your best DM line? Like, what if you said
you can't use it
in the
anymore.
DM that got her to go? Like, got it. Or if you're a lady listening, and we have ladies listening too, have you ever slid in the DM and got him to go with what? What did you say? I want to know, because I might use it.
Yeah, give us your responses on the text line, 402-464-5685, comment section on Facebook or Twitter. We're back. That's right. We are back on Twitter. Drop a comment there. We'll see it.
Augie says, can you count Russell?
No. He transferred out.
Okay. Can't count him. There you go, Augie.
And not over Phillip Rivers. If there was more competition, you can throw him in, but Rivers was that dude. All right, at Pitt, you get Dan Marino or Kenny Pickett?
Dan Marino.
Okay. SMU really hasn't had a lot of good quarterbacks. It's like Ben Hicks or Shane Buechele. Exactly. Stanford, Elway or Andrew Luck?
I think Luck had potential to supersede an Elway. I just hate that he was with the Colts.
We're talking about in college. We're talking about in college, Stricky.
In college, I'm going to go Luck.
Good answer. Syracuse, Donovan McNabb? Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded in college, yeah.
Virginia, Matt Schaub?
The meal on me. Golly. It's not good, guys. I need to recoup. Who? Schaub?
Matt Schaub.
Or?
That's all I got.
For who?
Virginia.
Schaub.
Yep. Okay, here's one. Virginia Tech, Michael Vick or Tyrod Taylor?
Vic, stop it. Not even a question. Vic was a freaking cheat code. Like, I used to play with them when they had the football game, the old school joint. Vic was a cheat code. I mean, he was he ran a 4.2, 4.1, 4.2 as a quarterback. If he broke any part of the linebacker crew, it was over with. He's out. You couldn't do nothing with him, bro.
No, it was over.
The dog's the only thing that hindered him.
Wrong kind of dog, in fact. But
well, the problem was if he would have been playing the song "Who Let the Dogs Out," he'd be all right. He'd be fine. But he obviously didn't let the dogs out. So
last but not least, Wake Forest, Sam Hartman. I guess the most recent guy that then left.
I guess so.
Let's take a break. We have a couple submissions here for lines that Stricky can use to slide into the DMs, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or wherever else. Send in your pickup lines for Strick to slide into the DMs, 402-464-5685. We'll give the best answers and maybe talk some college football if you guys aren't off the rails next. Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road. Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The Nebraska legislature will soon meet in special session and may consider a vote to raise consumer prices by imposing a sales tax on advertising. Nebraska's small businesses would be hit hardest, forcing them to raise prices, meaning we'd all pay more for the things we need. Contact your state senator and tell them no ad tax. Visit noadtaxnebraska.com to find your senator's contact information. That's noadtaxnebraska.com. A message from the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Looking for a place to host a one-of-a-kind private game day experience for your staff or clients? Courtyard Marriott downtown is just blocks from the stadium and steps away from all the fanfare. You'll enjoy use of an entire entertainment space, including outdoor courtyard, accommodations for 250-plus guests. Party starts 3 hours before kickoff, and they'll clean up while you go and enjoy the game. Call Courtyard Marriott at 402-904-4800 for more info or to book your pregame party today. Limited dates available.
Play ball! Summertime is here, and so is another action-packed baseball season with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Bring your whole crew to Haymarket Park to experience the magic under the lights and the thrill of the game. Enjoy daily specials like Wiener Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, and Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts. Don't miss out on the excitement.
Strike three, you're out.
Visit saltdogs.com to see this week's promotions and secure your tickets to unleash the fun.
Tune in every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. for the Malone Radio Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Don't miss the opportunity to learn about the Malone Community Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln and the surrounding area. It's the Malone Radio Show with Executive Director John Goodwin and Sports Director Mike Hunter. Every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
If it was the Big Ten and the SEC and the Big 12 and the ACC's idea to kick back to grow the game at lower levels, we wouldn't have these conversations. Right. But because the NCAA is asking them to do that, it feels like they're getting their wallet stolen, money taken out of it, and it's not their idea, so they're against it.
Yeah.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, apparently Stricky needs a date. Trying to slide into DMs here, and he needs some advice. 402-464-5685. If you have a good pickup line for Strick. Is Instagram your preferred DM sliding preference? Are you Twitter? Are you Facebook? Where are you going?
If I do, I mean, it'll be first Instagram, then maybe Facebook after that. That's it. Okay. That's where I would probably go to. I have Snapchat, but I'm not big at that one.
I feel
that's not one that I'm big at. I'm trying to even use my media side more. Like I'm starting to kind of send stuff over there that's more media related and more personal related. And here I try to use the other one, but
I get you.
I'm not good at social media. I still haven't mastered it. I finally learned how to just do what do you call it? Where you're able to edit and kind of put different, I don't even know how to explain it. See, that's how bad I am.
I'm very confused right now. I'd love to be able to help explain.
Like when I went on my trip to Thailand, so I was able
yeah.
to put multiple pictures together and kind of like with the
Oh,
songs.
the collage?
Just kind of do different things with it. I finally just figured out how to do that.
Hey, speaking of music, John in Cortland says, skip the pickup lines, go straight to music. Barry White, Teddy Pendergast,
Not
Luther
Teddy P.
Vandross.
Hang them off. Okay, I see you, John Cortland.
So you're going Barry or Luther first?
Yeah,
Which
I'm
you
going
doing?
Lou.
Okay.
Barry used to hit you with that. Yeah, baby. I just want to. I can't even do it. Barry was suave.
One of one.
I don't think there's a duplicate of Barry White.
No.
I really don't. I don't think there's nobody. Maybe the closest thing that got to Barry White was Big Mike from Boyz II Men. Like he kind of could get deep, but Barry was next level. Like Barry will sing it to you, say it to you. Yeah. I love Barry White.
Horns down, that is not repeatable.
Yeah, we can't say that one, horns down.
Good try, though.
And we can't even dump that one. So that's like just one that just can't be. But we know. Just say that.
1569. Girl, are you a fruit? Because honeydew, you look fine.
That one may be good for you. But that don't even sound like Stricky. Like people that would know me or that if I said that to somebody, hey, I might try it. I might just do it just to see what their response would be. If they give me the big eyes, or they give me the laugh, or they give me the look on an emoji, I might try that. Darling, okay, I'm gonna use it one day just to throw. She might not talk to me again.
It's a good thing I have my library card because I'm totally checking you out.
I think that's good for school, somebody in college. Because let's be real.
Did your license get suspended for driving me crazy?
Dang, they coming out with them. Ooh.
We're not socks, but we'd make a fantastic pair.
I like that. Okay, Austin, we're not socks. Let me see. Let me go. Let me drop that in somebody's DM right now.
Is it just the Wi-Fi, or am I totally feeling a connection?
I like that. Which one, if you had the opportunity, would you drop? That one, say the one, the Wi-Fi one?
Is it just the Wi-Fi, or am I feeling a connection?
Or the sock one?
We're not socks, but I feel like we're a pair. Yeah.
Which one would you use if you was gonna jump in a DM? Help Stricky. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling the Wi-Fi one, but the pair one's kind of cool because I got on a pair of socks now.
Hey, here's one that's very relevant to our current location. You must be a parking ticket because there's fine written all over you.
Yes, and more yes. I came in today and there's a ticket out there. I said, oh, Lord. But hey, that's relevant to our station too. So if you pull up here, please put your stuff in the meter, because I'm telling you, our name is 93.7 The Ticket, and they will give you a ticket, all right, if you show up down here. I'm not lying to you. It's every day. It's no problem. It's crazy.
Hey, I know you're not a pro at sliding into the DMs. Here's one. I'm not a pro at starting conversations. Want to prove me wrong?
I need you to say that again. I don't know.
I'm not a pro at starting conversations. Want to prove me wrong?
But she would walk off on that. Like,
but
if you're not a pro, and she tries and she proves you wrong, then she's proving you're a pro.
That's the point.
But maybe she's saying you ain't a pro, and she might walk off. That's shaky. That's one of them ones that you could go either way on, because she might say you ain't a pro at this thing.
Let's see.
Or you don't look like a pro. Ooh, that's even worse.
Something's wrong with my eyes. I can't take them off you.
I don't know. Do you add glasses to that?
Oh, I don't know. Baby, if you were words on a page, you'd be fine print.
Yeah. Yeah, Austin.
Now we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere.
I would flow with that one. Because, that's one of them ones, Austin, I would slip, pause. I would like be slick with, right? You know how when you're talking to somebody and you kind of throw it, and then they would be like, oh, and then not really realize what you said, but then say, what did you just say? And then you repeat it, and they'd be like, maybe that's a laughter moment. Sometimes you want to make your person laugh. I think that's a laughter one. I like that.
This one would have been better earlier in the month. On a scale of 1 to America, how free are you tonight?
Okay.
Not bad?
Not bad.
Okay.
I wouldn't use that one, but not that I don't, I love America, but I'm not that I would use that one. I don't know if that would, flow.
Let's see here. Let's see. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together.
Okay. That's good.
Getting somewhere?
That's good, Austin.
I'm not a photographer, but I can picture us together.
That's a good street one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you walking on the block and you see something and you kind of approach her and take out your camera phone, right? You got to bring a prop to that one. That's one that you just don't show up and say. You bring a prop and then you act like you snapping and you're like, I'm really bad at this. I'm not really a photographer, but boy, oh boy, I can picture you and I together. I would add some verbiage to it. I wouldn't just say it that way. I would throw some prop to that.
How much does a polar bear weigh?
Huh?
Just enough to break the ice. Hi, I'm...
Stop. We need to move on. That's a move on right there.
Are you alone? Because you've got my interest.
Oh, man. No, I'm not rolling with that one. That one doesn't roll with me. And there it is. It finally happens, Austin.
Hey, it took 45 minutes.
Austin, it finally happened on our show.
Your hand looks heavy. Can I hold it for you?
No. That's not a Stricky.
Let's see. Let's see.
Thunder Not Collins, you walked into a storm. I need your best pickup lines, my boy. I need you to throw one at Stricky in case I want to jump in a DM sometime over the next month or so. If I want to pull a fine hottie, somebody sexy, because what was the one you said, the fine print?
Girl, if you were words on a page, you'd be fine print.
Girl, if you was words on a page, you'd be fine. Dang, I can't even say it straight. I need to write it down. But that was a good one. I like that.
All right, let's give Strick some time to get into those DMs here. We'll come back, wrap up our one of On the Block next.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with a roof credit.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Tune in every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. for the Malone Radio Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Don't miss the opportunity to learn about the Malone Community Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln and the surrounding area. It's the Malone Radio Show with Executive Director John Goodwin and Sports Director Mike Hunter every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Husker fans, get ready for another thrilling season at Hibner Stadium with the reigning Big Ten champion Nebraska soccer team. Season tickets for the 2024 season are on sale now. Don't miss your chance to support the Huskers as they go head-to-head with some of the top teams in the country, including Oklahoma State, Penn State, and Duke. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/tickets or call 1-800-8-BIG-RED.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Football season is nearly here, and your long wait for year 2 of Matt Rule is almost over. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days from July 23rd to the 25th, live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Adam Carricker, Chancellor Brewington, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Nick Sainer will be in Indy for our shows Tuesday through Thursday. Getting the latest news from Nebraska and everyone else around the conference. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by 1890 Nebraska, Stevens and Smith Construction, The Complex, Warhorse Casino, and Riddle's Jewelry.
The Nebraska legislature will soon meet in special session and may consider a vote to raise consumer prices by imposing a sales tax on advertising. Nebraska's small businesses would be hit hardest, forcing them to raise prices, meaning we'd all pay more for the things we need. Contact your state senator and tell them no ad tax. Visit noadtaxnebraska.com to find your senator's contact information. That's noadtaxnebraska.com. A message from the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Old School with DP and J.
There's California money, and it's a different kind of money. Hollywood money just is spent differently because it's turned over and created so in full. And oh, by the way, it's the right kind of money when it comes to, because we're in the era now of name, image, and likeness. Mm-hmm. And the California schools have that better than everybody else.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
By now, most of you know how important the Honda of Lincoln sales and service team are to the Lincoln market. Hello, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear from Honda of Lincoln to tell you about the great news they just received. Andy, please tell us all about it.
Each year, the Lincoln Journal-Star has an award program called the Lincoln Choice Award, where the customers in Lincoln get to choose the best places to do business. Great pleasure, I get to announce that Honda of Lincoln has won the award for buying new cars, used cars, automotive repair, and even oil changes.
That is amazing, Andy. Any more good news?
Yes, there is, Charlie. We now have more than 100 new Hondas in stock, with hundreds on the way, and a huge selection of all makes and models on our pre-owned lot.
Incredible. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
On the block with Strick and Austin.
If it was the Big Ten and the SEC and the Big 12 and the ACC's idea to kick back to grow the game at lower levels, we wouldn't have these conversations. Right. But because the NCAA is asking them to do that, it feels like they're getting their wallet stolen, money taken out of it, and it's not their idea, so they're against it.
Yeah.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning. Now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, I regret to inform you that Nick Castellanos did it again over the weekend. For those of you who don't know, Nick Castellanos, currently with the Philadelphia Phillies, has a bit of a reputation for homering during inopportune moments or world events, if you didn't know. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland with you here. Stricky, have you seen the list of events or moments that Nick Castellanos has homered during?
I've seen some of them. You know, some would say, is it a good event or whatever is a negative event? But nonetheless, I could understand it's an event. It's something that has occurred. I have a special take on it, but I'll wait and defer until the end to give my take on that. But the list is quite long.
It's pretty incredible. Yeah. So the first one, probably the best known one, is at this time I think he was with the Reds, and they're playing. Yeah, he's with the Reds. They're playing in Kansas City, and the play-by-play guy got caught with a hot mic saying a slur. And in the middle of his apology, Nick Castellanos goes deep. The guy decides to call the home run, and that kicked off this whole trend. He homered.
It's Brenneman.
Yeah, Tom Brenneman. Yep. Homered during Tatis Jr.'s really bad injury. Homered during a eulogy for a World War II veteran on air. Homered during a 9/11 tribute video. Apology from an opposing team's coach getting a DUI. He homered 10 minutes after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
That's hilarious.
We're just getting going. He homered the day Dwayne Haskins passed away. He homered during a Memorial Day tribute package. He homered during a eulogy for the PA announcer for a stadium. Homered when it was being announced his team's owner had cancer. Homered on the day Vin Scully died, and that was announced. He homered an hour after the death of Queen Elizabeth was announced. He homered after the bridge collapse. He homered after Ocean Gate.
Has he done it in the city where yet? So my question is, I'm going to let you continue, but something just popped in my head. Is there been a reference that he's done it in the city that the situation has occurred in yet? Not that we've heard. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I thought that would have been weird. Okay, go ahead.
He homered on 3 different days that celebrities passed away. He's homered twice on the anniversary of dropping the atomic bomb on Japan.
Yeesh.
He homered the Saturday after the attempted assassination, and he homered when Biden withdrew from the presidential race. Maybe the one that takes the cake, though. This started off in the minor leagues. He homered the day that it was announced that SEAL Team 6 did the job.
For Osama.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a whole history of Nick Castellanos pulling these stunts, Stricky.
My understand, like you can understand it beginning in as a joke, or you can understand it beginning as like a meme or something of the sort, right? But again, before we get out of here and go to this break, you can look at it and find, you got to think there's news, there's daily cycles, right?
It's tricky. This is ooh.
This is to the nth degree, because there's something happening on every day. Celebrities die just as well as new babies are born every day.
Mm-hmm.
Things in media change. 1 week is Bob Menendez, and the next week it's, Joe Biden retired. Then the next week it's something that happened in Congress. And you can find something every freaking day. So for me, I understand it, but I might take his wife's stance. And she's probably got to be feeling like, come on, guys. Like, she did. She put out I want to say an X. Do we call it a tweet now?
It's still a tweet. It'll always be a tweet.
Yeah. Stricky was doing a promo. And, I wanted to do a little something to let all our ex-heads know, the blockheads know that we're back, baby. We're back on X. I put it out there. And I just kept saying we're back on Twitter, and I still not fully, divested in my mind from X to Twitter. So forgive me, X. I messed up.
Really, you're just apologizing to
today
Elon.
When Stricky said, an hour from now he homers, and
no,
it was because Stricky blew it.
Stricky slid into the DMs. It went horribly wrong. It went viral. Nick Castellanos homered. There's a script for today.
There it is.
There's the script. Let's see if we can get back to some sports in hour 2 of the show. Big Ten Media Days preview. What are your questions? Who do you want to talk to? Who's the most interesting team? Who's the most interesting coach in the Big Ten to you? We'll also get a Husker football recruiting update. Big defensive line commit. We'll get Brian Munson's thoughts on, as well as just some of his favorite players that Nebraska has in the 25 class right now. We'll go to break, come back with some college football in hour 2 of the show.
Looking for a place to host a one-of-a-kind private game day experience for your staff or clients? Courtyard Marriott downtown is just blocks from the stadium and steps away from all the fanfare. You'll enjoy use of an entire entertainment space, including outdoor courtyard, accommodations for 250-plus guests. Party starts 3 hours before kickoff, and they'll clean up while you go and enjoy the game. Call Courtyard Marriott at 402-904-4800 for more info or to book your pregame party today. Limited dates available.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with approved credit.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere sprayer during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Leverage the industry's latest technology with See & Spray to target weeds in season in corn and soybeans and use less herbicide per acre. Utilize Exact Apply to save in chemical usage and prevent over-application. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Contact your local Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
By now, most of you know how important the Honda of Lincoln sales and service team are to the Lincoln market. Hello, Charlie Stone here, and joining me is Andy Goodyear from Honda of Lincoln to tell you about the great news they just received. Andy, please tell us all about it.
Each year, the Lincoln Journal-Star has an award program called the Lincoln Choice Award, where the customers in Lincoln get to choose the best places to do business. Great pleasure, I get to announce that Honda of Lincoln has won the award for buying new cars, used cars, automotive repair, and even oil changes.
That is amazing, Andy. Any more good news?
Yes, there is, Charlie. We now have more than 100 new Hondas in stock, with hundreds on the way, and a huge selection of all makes and models on our pre-owned lot.
Incredible. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Football season is nearly here, and your long wait for year 2 of Matt Rule is almost over. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days from July 23rd to the 25th, live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Adam Carricker, Chancellor Brewington, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Nick Sainer will be in Indy for our shows Tuesday through Thursday. Getting the latest news from Nebraska and everyone else around the conference. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by 1890 Nebraska, Stevens and Smith Construction, The Complex, Warhorse Casino, and Riddles Jewelry.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for 3! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEBCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Here we are. Once again, it is a new week, a new day. I was just talking to Austin offline, and I'm mesmerized at just the fact that we're halfway. We're over halfway through a freaking whole year. It just seemed like yesterday where we just got a crack. And look, Austin, when is our 3-year anniversary? It's going to be 3 years that we'll be together come out after this year, right? Because
I started January of 22, so we just had 1 year.
Okay, so 1 year, so it'll be 2 years coming up.
Yeah.
Austin and I have been together for almost 2 years, man, and it's been a great ride, a wild ride.
When you can put a ring on it.
Oh, well, funny times. We are partners, and we are partners in crime on the block. Couldn't do it without you guys, those who have listened and followed us along this journey. And so we're very appreciative of it. But it's just been wild at just how fast time goes. But I can understand that, because it's kind of one of those things, Austin, similar to like when you go to work, or when you're like, say, I remembered when I was working in the commissary as a bagger, and the more action, it didn't matter if it was cold, it didn't matter if it was hot, it didn't matter. The action made the day go very fast. And I'm sure some of you guys can speak to the same thing. When you're at work, the more action you have, or the more you're active or doing stuff, kind of makes the day go.
Yes.
And I can say that with us, man. It's a joy to come and work with you and get an opportunity to do this with someone that's, like I said, he's the resident analyst and he's the database of the crew. And it's just been fun, man. So kudos to that.
I completely agree. I have never once in my life talked about pickup lines with anyone else on the radio. Right? I'm the set my ways kind of old, let's just talk sports kind of guy. But Strick, you bring me out my show a little bit, wouldn't be me without you.
It wouldn't be the same, because and these things pop on my head. So this is nothing. This is nothing we plan out on a given day. They just pop in my brain, and I just throw them out there because I don't give a hoot.
What?
But we appreciate you guys. But here's the topic of the discussion right now, and Big Ten Media Days has arrived. We're going to jump into a little bit of preview. We're going to talk about teams, and also get your feedback and input on teams that you find interesting, that you would want to kind of watch and could be intriguing to you is possibly the makeup of the team, or can make some noise in the conference now that we do have an adjoined conference. We have 4 new teams that are joining the Big Ten at this point, making it a super conference in essence. And you have Washington as well as Oregon, and then you have the California teams of USC and UCLA. So it's going to be interesting to watch how media days go. What type of interests are the media following? Who are they following after? Oregon's going to be a big one that they're going after, because they just announced that they have an unlimited NIL budget. That's going to be something that's going to be interesting to talk about. What are they doing with that? What are the plans with that? And probably some of the questions we've asked here. But initially, let's talk about it here. Let's give a little preview. They're going to have and give all of the details. It's going to be right here on 93.7 The Ticket. You'll be able to get all of the coverage here as well. So stay tuned, because we'll kind of figure out, in the next couple days, Tuesday to Thursday, kind of how On the Block is going to be flowing. But in the meantime, in between time, what do you find most interesting, or the most interesting team at this specific point, just as a preview for what Big Ten Media Day is going to bring?
There are so few uninteresting teams. Let me phrase it that way. I mean, Ohio State and Oregon, the question is, can they live up to the hype? For Michigan, the question is, what's the follow-up? What do you do after last year and really the build and the climb to where you were? For Penn State, is there a jump in you, or are you who you've always been? For USC, can you make the transition? Can you become someone you've never been before?
Because it's a more physical league than what they've been used to. They're used to a lot of finesse, just being able to score, move, and throw the ball. But it's a little bit more physical. I like where you're going with that. Okay.
For Washington, can you pick up the pieces? Right? You got shattered. You lost a lot. Can you refresh? For Iowa, is the offense any better at all, and is the defense on the same level? My other question for Kirk is, what's it like being an empty nester? All your kids are out of the program now, Kirk, What's that like being an empty nester? The only kind of boring teams I wouldn't have many, if any, questions for, Purdue. Year 2 of a coach, they were just regular bad last year, not off the rails bad, not great by any means. I'm just in kind of wait and see mode with Ryan Walters. Illinois is a boring program for me right now. Can they get back to a bowl game? Bielema doesn't do much for me. He's been around the Big Ten block enough.
Yeah.
Maryland, I don't know how interested I am in them. So on the one hand, the big question is there more in Maryland now that they're outside of the Big Ten East? That was always the discussion with them.
Right.
If Maryland was in a different division, would they be better?
That's crazy, Austin, that I really forgot. You forget about a Maryland, you forget about a Rutgers. They're in the Big Ten.
Mhm.
Like they kind of just got kind of like, they're so far to the east, and I almost forgot. My mind almost told me they were in ACC, but go ahead, break it down.
They should be,
Yeah.
but they're not. Rutgers, can they continue the climb? Shiano has built Rutgers up once before. My question for him would be, what's the difference between the first time you built Rutgers up and this time?
Mhm.
Do you feel like you're on schedule? Do you feel like you're ahead or behind for where you want to be at Rutgers? Indiana has a new coach. That's interesting. UCLA, I think, is being not overlooked for the conference championship or Rose Bowl or anything of that sort. UCLA is going to challenge for a bowl game, but people are writing them off kind of like Northwestern. Northwestern, again, probably falls closer to the boring category. But for Northwestern, what's your follow-up look like? With everything that went down, your program shaken to its core last offseason, an interim guy with no head coaching experience at the D1 level, you go 7-5 by doing very Northwestern things.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, what do you want to be? Who are you right now? Minnesota, is this the beginning of the end for PJ Fleck? Is there drama, or did they quash it?
Yeah.
There's really not many boring programs in the Big Ten. So I hope people get outside of the Oregon, Ohio State, Michigan bubble and go to all these other schools, because I think there's a lot there.
Yeah. I mean, I think I agree with you. I think it's going to be interesting, especially to watch the adjustments that are being made internally. Who's going to take what pathway are teams going to take? Are they going to take the development route? Are they going to keep young men home, recruit 1 and 2 stars and develop them up? What model are they going to take? Because we know that a Rutgers can't compete with a Penn State in their NIL. We know that even a Michigan State probably won't be on the same level as even a Michigan now. No. You know what I mean? So we know that these teams and these programs are going to have to do something. But these are the types of questions, if I was at Big Ten Media Days, I'd be wanting to know, what is your pathway? What is your tag? Where do you envision yourself as far as how your team is? The makeup of your team.
And the coaches are going to say something, but we'll see how many coaches have words that back their actions. Every coach should have a good grasp on where their team is. But Strick, you have 4 new schools who don't know where they stand in this landscape just because they've never been here before. They haven't been to a league that, supposed to be middle of the country, but even further east now. 4 new teams, but guess what? It's also a new league for 14 other teams. Those teams are playing 4 teams they've never seen before, haven't seen recently outside of really Michigan and Washington seeing each other, but those are not the 2 same teams or programs. The last time we saw those 2 play. Same for Oregon and for Ohio State. Last time we saw that, I believe, was the Oregon win when they ran all over Ohio State a couple of years ago. Not the same teams, not the same programs anymore. These coaches, you hope it's skill. You hope they have their finger on the pulse of their program and that they have realistic goals and expectations for who they are. There's going to be a coach or 2 that thinks their program is maybe further ahead than it really truly is that's going to get exposed. There's probably a coach or 2 who doesn't realize his program has made as much progress as it has, and he's holding them back. Some of these programs are going to realize their potential. Some of them are going to be stuck in the middle. And that's where my biggest question for the Big Ten as a whole is, how stratified is the league going to become? Because we saw it was the top 3 big boys in the Big Ten East. It was Ohio State, it was Michigan, it was Penn State, pretty clearly at the top of the conference. Then you had a mess in the middle. Basically, the entire Big Ten West would finish a game or 2 within 500. Maybe a Big Ten East team in there, Maryland or Rutgers so often. But then you had an absolute garbage bottom of the conference.
Yeah.
Will the garbage teams be able to pick it up and rise into the middle? Will some of the top teams be brought back to the middle of the pack? Will it be a conference of elites at the very top and then everyone else? Or will there be a strong middle class? Because I think when you look at the SEC, and I want your thoughts on this, is the SEC ruled by the elites, or does the SEC have a strong middle class and someone always makes the jump up to elite?
So So here's the question I want to throw to you.
Answer my question with a question. I see how you do.
No, because I agree with you. I do. I want to see one. Okay, and then try to see the best way that I can explain it. I want, usually when the new kid comes on the block, no pun intended, when they come on the block, they usually get dealt with differently than someone who's lived in the community.
Yes. Saw that 10 years
there's
ago.
Some testing, there's some checking, some chin checking, maybe a little bit of bullying. That happens, right? So my thing is it going to be a collective grouping of, you think you can just come in to my block and take over and we deal with you accordingly? And I don't care who you are. Because I can see this happening, not just, well, I'm not going to say it's going to happen in the Big Ten, but for some reason in my heart of hearts, I believe that Oklahoma and Texas, these teams are going to be like, especially the media attention of, so this is why I'm saying this.
Mm-hmm.
The media attention that like Texas was getting was very similar to how it was in the Big 12, where they were the head honchos in charge type of thing. And I wonder if that irks people, not just the program, the players, but the coaches too. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think they're going to get dealt with a little bit differently. And I think us as Midwesterners, I think, you know, we just love people. And, you know, I think when fans come here to play in Nebraska, they always say, you know, man, just great people, man, great fans. They're great. Then they go to other places and they're like, oh, they were a-holes and they were nasty. You know what I'm saying? I can see that happening. So I'm interested to see what the media attention is and where the focus is. If it's West Coast dominant focus, it don't matter if it's up to the far west, the northwest, how that's going to be and how those teams are going to take it. That's why I was going with my mind.
I get you. Oregon, I think, is going to be used to it. USC is just coming off of the Caleb Williams roller coaster. They're going to be used to attention. I wonder how much of a draw UCLA is. Again, year one of a new coach. They've been fine to good the last handful of years. In Washington, I don't know if anyone knows what to make of them.
Yeah.
Right? Stealing Arizona's coach is a big deal, a big get for them. But they lost so many starters and key players from that team that made the run all the way to the national championship game. So Washington is a program that I think got attention for the first time in a while last year. But I also think Washington was overlooked. I think people still thought that Oregon was the better team, even though Washington beat them twice, which is where I think Texas might actually be better positioned entering the SEC than Oregon is. Yeah, Texas has Georgia, right? Oregon has Ohio State, but Ohio State hasn't accomplished what Georgia has the last handful of years.
Right.
I still think the SEC is probably deeper than the Big Ten. Probably don't give me 100% on that, but just my gut tells me it's still a little bit deeper than the Big Ten. But Texas is used to this media attention.
Yeah.
Now it's different, to your point, right? It's one thing to be the head honcho, the lead dog in the Big 12, and then be another one of the dogs in the SEC. But we know there's always been talk about Texas. There's always conversation about them. They're the Cowboys, right? There's a good correlation there in the same state, not even that far from each other. Texas is used to the attention. I think Sarkisian knows what an SEC team is supposed to look like. I really do. Given his time in the SEC under Nick Saban, that's a great place to learn. Dan Lanning learned from Kirby Smart. He knows what an SEC caliber team should look like, but he hasn't faced many of them up there in Oregon. So I think Sark has an SEC ready roster. I think Oregon's plenty talented, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if they'll be as ready for the Big Ten vibe and dynamic as Texas is. I think Texas has operated, or at least wanted to operated with the arrogance, hubris, overconfidence potentially of Texas, but also Texas, I feel like, has always wanted to be in the SEC. So they've tried to carry and conduct themselves like that, and now they finally get their chance. So I think Texas is probably slightly more prepared for its challenge than Oregon is.
I think you're right. And I personally think that Oregon is putting themselves in a situation where it's going to be tough for them to have excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are teams that take a go all in methodology as far as we're putting all the money in. We don't care. We're trading for it. We've seen this happen. But let me throw this on Austin and really ask this question, even to you guys that are listening. Where have we seen it work? Where you've literally taken it all in? Like we've seen it in college. We've seen Kentucky's. They get 5-star, 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 5-star. No championship. We've seen teams trade for, and you have these big three models, don't work. And listen, we saw it work in Miami, but it wasn't a dynasty.
No.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't even say like a team like the New England Patriots. You can't even say that they did that. They didn't go all in. Last year, you can't even say that the Kansas City Chiefs went all in.
No.
But you can say the Rams did.
Mm-hmm.
Did they win a championship?
They got one.
No.
Oh, last year?
Yes.
Yeah, no, last year they didn't.
No, when they went all in, they were one of the worst teams in the league.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I get you now.
So
Yep.
that's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't go, they went all in to repeat. They had solid pieces, a good team, but they went all in to sustain it and didn't work. So I don't know. I'm just asking. It's just a hypothesis in my mind that I'm throwing out there is, are there teams that they can literally say that we went all in and, we won and it worked? I don't know.
Nothing comes to mind at the top of my head.
And I'm not saying, I'm not throwing it off to try to throw you off, but it's a researchable thing. And I think, by the end of the day, we may come up with some that did. That's just the thing that's kind of, just circulating in my mind right now. Just wonder. It's just
circulating and percolating?
Percolating and circulating and twerculating.
Oh, my. Well, we will let that twerculate on Strick's brain, and we will go to break. Brian Munson of Husker Online, a Husker football recruiting update almost rounds out. Hour 2 of a Monday show next.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere sprayer during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Leverage the industry's latest technology with See and Spray to target weeds in season in corn and soybeans and use less herbicide per acre. Utilize Exact Apply to save in chemical usage and prevent over-application. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year during Landmark Implement's Fast Start Early Order program. Contact your local Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Still using that old, outdated office phone system? You need better. At Hamilton, we offer solutions for the modern office. Whether you have an office full of staff or your employees work remotely and are on the go, seamless call handling is important. Elevate your communication and connect seamlessly with clients and staff with Hamilton Business Phone Systems. Choose better and hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Looking for a place to host a one-of-a-kind private game day experience for your staff or clients? Courtyard Marriott downtown is just blocks from the stadium and steps away from all the fanfare. You'll enjoy use of an entire entertainment space, including outdoor courtyard, accommodations for 250-plus guests. Party starts 3 hours before kickoff, and they'll clean up while you go and enjoy the game. Call Courtyard Marriott at 402-904-4800 for more info or to book your pregame party today. Limited dates available.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please Give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at coppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with approved credit.
Hey, Husker Nation. This is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Football season is nearly here, and your long wait for year 2 of Matt Rule is almost over. Gear up for the season with 93.7 The Ticket's coverage of Big Ten Media Days from July 23rd to the 25th, live from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Adam Carricker, Chancellor Brewington, Derek Pearson, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Nick Sainer will be in Indy for our shows Tuesday through Thursday. Getting the latest news from Nebraska and everyone else around the conference. Coverage of Big Ten Media Days is brought to you by 1890 Nebraska, Stevens and Smith Construction, The Complex, Warhorse Casino, and Riddles Jewelry.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
Do you need your event or venue secured? Call Tank Security Team. Tank Security Team is Lincoln's #1 non-lethal security company. Tank Security Team offers first-class security with efficient and quicker response times. Hire Tank Security Team. No hassle, no headaches. Call Tank at 402-310-3589 and get secured today.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Old School with DP and J.
There's California money, and it's a different kind of money. Hollywood money just is spent differently because it's turned over and created so in full. And oh, by the way, it's the right kind of money when it comes to, because we're in the era now of name, image, and likeness. Mm-hmm. And the California schools have that better than everybody else.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's 3:30 on a Monday, which means we turn our attention to our VIP line brought to you by Allo Fiber, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. I'm Austin Norman, joined by Husker Online's Brian Munson here on our Allo Fiber VIP line. Brian, I was telling you off there that I do know it's pronounced Mosé now, but then you hit me with another stumper. No, I do not know how to pronounce the new recruit's last name. You got me there.
Yeah, honestly, it was kind of a mystery to me too until this morning when Sean Callahan gave me a buzz and told me it is pronounced, and this is, I couldn't have guessed this in a million tries, Pedshock.
Pedshock?
Yeah, just like pedestrian and like I got shocked. It's Pedshock.
Huh?
So, yeah, no, that came straight from a television anchor up there in Fargo, North Dakota. So Pedshock is the way that you pronounce the last name. That's very interesting, but that is the pronunciation.
So I'm also a Duke basketball fan on the side. So like I get Krzyzewski, right? I know that one, but Pedshock?
Pedshock. I don't know how you get it out of there either. Because I mean, I don't even know like what, you know. I mean, Krzyzewski, I'm assuming is Polish.
Yes.
But Pedshock is, I don't know. I mean, I Baltic. I'm guessing some way, somehow, but I don't know what the ancestry would kind of trace its way back to. But yeah, Pedshock is the way you pronounce it.
Okay, so I just looked it up. I just typed in the last name, for those who don't know, spelled Pietrzak. And the first person that comes up is this dude named Jan Pedshock, who is from Warsaw, Poland. So that is also Polish, apparently.
There you go. Yeah, well, being part Polish myself, tell you what, you never put it past them. You never know how the pronunciations are going to kind of work out, but that is it, Pedshock.
And speaking of Polish, let's flip it to polish. How polished is Pedshock's game for the college level right now?
You know what? He is, his film is absolutely amazing to watch. I really, once he kind of showed up on the radar, I think it was last year for the NIU game was the first time he made it to Lincoln. And I remember kind of doing the visitor preview, kind of checking it out, kind of going through this thing. And I'm like, holy cow, this kid's film was something. And, obviously he's been able to put his junior film down on top of that. He's a 6'5", 255, 245 poundish, kind of guy that plays both ways. And as an offensive tackle, he shows that he is just a punishing blocker. He will chase down his guy as his guy is flowing away from him and end up with pancakes. Like when you think there would be no way for him to do it, he finishes, and he shows like incredible athleticism. He has got some speed, and basically those things kind of translate to the other side of the football. He has got a tremendous get off on the snap. I compared him to Grant Wistrom in my what does it mean for Nebraska article that we ran after his commitment. I know people are going to say, oh, that's just it's a little lofty. But I tell you what, I don't know if Nebraska's had another defensive end. Kyle Vanden Bosch, I guess I probably would need to retract that. But they are in desperate need of a 5 technique that can just go to work on an offensive tackle. And what that does, basically, when you can just kind of isolate that matchup, and you take that blind side guy or that big right offensive tackle, and you can kind of put that 5 technique up against him. And he can get some and he can win some of those matches. He can win some of those matchups. You make things very, very difficult as an offense to kind of scheme for the defense. You make them account for a guy like Pedshock. You potentially have to hold in running backs to chip and double team. You obviously then would do different things to try to find ways to kind of go away from him. But obviously he's got a motor, and he's got a way of chasing things down from the backside too. I think Nebraska fans should be ecstatic, not just about Pedshock, but how Coach Knighton and Coach Rule are putting together this defensive line group inside the 2025 class. When you consider that the top 2 commitments in the class are both defensive linemen, they're not identical in size necessarily. Malcolm Simpson's a little bit shorter than Pedshock is. But they're about the same weight, and really Malcolm's more of a guy that can kind of play inside, maybe go out to a 4, and then Pedshock's more of a 5'7" guy that you could potentially move down to a 3. You get some versatility there between those 2 guys, and of course then you put Tyson Terry in the middle, and Tyson's one of those guys that's tremendous motor again, great get off. All those guys are pin your ears back, go get the quarterback kind of defensive lineman. So I really think that this is an underrated group, within the class. They have really rocketed to the top of like being the strongest part of the class for sure for Nebraska, but Pedshock is a big, big reason why. I mean, and that one was something that really turned from Oklahoma to Nebraska very, very recently. So I think that this is just good old fashioned, just kind of putting a nose down to the grindstone and getting after a little bit. And I think Coach Knight and Coach White and Coach Rule all did a tremendous job recruiting him.
Is there an aspect of this, again, coming from Fargo, North Dakota, right? We talked about this with, I believe it was Grant Bricks just across the river in Iowa, right? Dominating at a lower level. Is there some projection with him where you have to take the film with a grain of salt, or how do you judge that?
Maybe a little bit, but the intangibles that are there for both are undeniable. I mean, Bricks was a low pad level guy, and lower body, was incredibly strong. He had tree trunks for legs, great motor, strong as an ox, kind of thing. And I think Pedshock has kind of got those similarities. You got tremendous athlete, tremendous quickness, great frame, that you can kind of build on. I think it's also kind of interesting, and I mentioned this like in the story as well. You take Sean Hammerbeck, and Hammerbeck's a very similar looking kind of dude as Pedshock. They're both two-way linemen, offensive tackles, defensive ends, and really Hammerbeck's more of a tight end than he is an offensive tackle. But similarly, they have same kind of makeup, physical stature. I would give the edge athletically to Pedshock over Hammerbeck, and that's maybe why you see Hammerbeck, kind of more projected to play, the offensive tackle position at Nebraska, while you're looking at a Pedshock to potentially play more of a, hand in the dirt, 3-point, five technique or 7 technique as a defensive end. So I really feel like there's a lot of versatility and a lot of guys that they're kind of going after that look similar. I even kind of throw that Malcolm Simpson back in there again a little bit that can kind of go do some things. If you look at some of the wide receivers, like compare like a Jackson Carpenter to a Tanner Turch to a Bryson Hayes, very similar looking guys on both sides of the football there. Even throw like a Caden Vermoss in as well. So I think that they've really found, what they're looking for at those spots. And I think Nebraska's doing just a tremendous job hitting that defensive line group this year.
And if you take it back even a year before, right, you have Pedshock, and then you have Jason Mashashak, right? Hard names to pronounce from a Dakota. How did the South Dakota or the Dakota guys, the Hammerbeck and the Pedshock, compare to like where Jason Mashashak was at the same point last year?
Yeah, and that's interesting because think about Mashashak. Mashashak is a guy that was really kind of grabbed to play on one side of the football and has moved, I think, twice since he's gotten to Lincoln. I think he has tremendous versatility. Obviously, he was a track guy. There were video of him out there throwing that practice shot put, I think, in the gym. Like he was throwing it across the entire gym, which that's just insane. But I mean, you have great explosiveness, you have great strength and athleticism that was there, and I think that you're getting very similar dudes. Mashachek, more of an inside guy. Hammerbeck, Pedshock, more outside guys. But I think what you're still seeing there is you could potentially have that flexibility, if things kind of move the other way. And let's say Pedshock, all of a sudden he's looking 285, 290, and it's like, gosh, he would be a killer as a left tackle, or whatever. I mean, I'm not saying necessarily that would happen, but I'm saying that they are all kind of look similarly, that where they're having to play on both sides of the football, and they're both really, really, they're all three of them are really strong guys, great athletes in their own right. Just slight variances, among all three of them.
We're talking with Brian Munson of Husker Online here on 93.7, the Taking Our Allo Fiber VIP line. Brian, let's look outside of Nebraska specifically. If you're a recruiting analyst looking in at this Nebraska class for 2025, who's the headliner or the two headlining players, maybe from an outside perspective?
I think it does. I know Simpson's going to be the number 1 rated guy in the class according to On3. And I think he's worthy to be in the discussion. I think Pedshock also deserves to be in that discussion there. I think Jamarian Parker, is definitely a guy that Nebraska fans, need to be kind of figuring into the conversation there a little bit as well. Some of the later guys that kind of just committed, like a Hammerbeck and even like a Bryson Weber. Bryson Weber had some teams really pushing for him at the end too, to kind of keep his top 3 where it was kind of at. I mean, I know that there were other schools, Big Ten schools, that were checking in on him a little bit, and obviously you still have an Elite 11 quarterback in there, and TJ Lateef, that kind of gets some recognition. So I think from like a top 5, top 6, kind of running it down, your Jamarian Parker, your Kate Pedshock, your Sean Hammerbeck, your obviously your Malcolm Simpson, Bryson Weber. I think all those guys are in some sort of a discussion, but I give an edge to the 2 defensive linemen at the top of the class right now.
Flipping that question around again from the outside perspective, who are maybe some of the underrated guys that you think have a chance to make some people on the outside know their name before they're said and done at Nebraska?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to kind of overlook, where Connor Booth and Jackson Carpenter and Bryson Hayes are kind of at. I think what really stands out to me about like Carpenter and Hayes is that you have very similar stature, very similar athleticism, same kind of speed. You start talking about 10, 6, 100 guys, and really for Carpenter, it's like, he gets that really good time as, his first sprint or first track meet, basically his junior year, then kind of tweaks, a hamstring or has a leg injury, in a relay and says, what am I doing? It's like, I'm trying to get faster to play football. And it seems like you're kind of burning the candle at both ends, with what you're kind of trying to do. So he needed to kind of limit some things down, get back to training, getting his body ready. I don't think that people really understand the athleticism that I think is there with like Carpenter and Hayes. And I'll tell you this, I feel very good, very positive in saying this. And I don't feel bad doing it at all. Had Connor Booth decided to take some camps this summer, I really feel like he could have blown the lid off of, basically just, where people say, well, you only end up having one football offer from Nebraska. Yeah, he only went and took that one camp. He had one camp, one offer. He ran a 4.5, and that's a big old dude at 6'1", 215. And I think that he's going to have another big year this fall. And I think that if he would have had a chance to go check out some SEC schools and some Big Ten schools, just because I know how well he did at the Army All-American Combine, or the All-American Combine, in San Antonio in January, I think he could have opened up a lot of eyes nationally.
Last thing for you then, Brian, Big Ten Media Days tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. We know that the focus is going to be on the current teams, but if you're Matt Rule at the podium, we know you're always thinking about recruiting as any head coach. How do you use your appearance at the podium and the 3 players that you brought along to sell your program to recruits while you're in Indy?
Well, he's so tremendously polished. He's such a great speaker. I think you let him go out there and you start talking about the optimism and what, how you've been able to kind of build this program, change the culture at Nebraska. People need to kind of come in and see that. You need to start talking about, where they're at as a, kind of hitting their stride as a program, where they were so close a year before, and kind of similar story, still can't win those close tight games, still kind of shooting yourself in the foot, and how you're trying to lock those things down. And you feel like you've got the right support structure in place from a personnel perspective. The staff is right. You feel like you've got the best facilities in the country. You feel like you're grabbing the right kinds of guys, that you want to fill your program with, that you want to put into your locker room and put into your team rooms. And you have to just feel good about where things are at, and you have to feel great about where that defense is at. I mean, so I think that while there are still some question marks, I think one of the cornerback positions, in general, I think you can go back and start feeling really good about where the defensive line is at, and the playmakers you have on offense. I think there's just a ton of potential there and lots of new faces. And I think that you can sell, if you come in and you're good enough to play, you will play. And that's what they're telling these guys in the class. I mean, it's really a huge selling point for the players that have committed to Nebraska this year.
It's Brian Munson of Husker Online with us here on our Allo Fiber VIP line. Brian, as always, appreciate the time. 9 days away from camp. We hope to talk to you one more time before that gets going here at the start of August.
Almost there, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Brian joined us on our VIP line, brought to you by Allo Fiber, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. One segment left to go here during On the Block. Then old school, DP and J both on the road. We'll see if we can get check-ins from them. If not, you're stuck with me for 2 hours. We'll bring Strick in for one final segment, wrap up On the Block next.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium, Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, probably sunny skies with the high around 84. Tonight, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms early, then partly cloudy skies with the low around 64. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies return with the high around 88. I'm meteorologist Kyle Buck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Still using that old, outdated office phone system? You need better. At Hamilton, we offer solutions for the modern office. Whether you have an office full of staff or your employees work remotely and are on the go, seamless call handling is important. Elevate your communication and connect seamlessly with clients and staff with Hamilton Business Phone Systems. Choose better and hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official Kids Club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. The free JV team gets you started with a game credential. Upgrade to the $35 Lil Huskers membership for a welcome box and VIP Lil Huskers experiences. Fuel your Husker spirit. Join the Kids Club today at huskers.com/Kids Club. Go Big Red.
Do you need your event or venue secured? Call Tank Security Team. Tank Security Team is Lincoln's #1 non-lethal security company. Tank Security Team offers first-class security with efficient and quicker response times. Hire Tank Security Team. No hassle, no headaches. Call Tank at 402-310-3589 and get secured today. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Old School with DP&J.
It's California money, and it's a different kind of money. Hollywood money just is spent differently because it's turned over and created so in full. And oh, by the way, it's the right kind of money when it comes to, because we're in the era now of name, image, and likeness.
Mm-hmm.
And the California schools have that better than everybody else.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
One final segment here during On the Block. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland with you. Big thanks to Brian Munson for hopping on our Allo Fiber VIP line. A few things to hit here pretty quickly during On the Block before we turn it over to Old School. First thing first, Stricky, is America sending its best to the Olympics? That's the question, as them WNBA All-Stars got busy on the Olympic team.
And I'm glad, because I really am. And you know me. That's one thing Stricky absolutely loves is an underdog story, because I've lived that, right? But here's the thing. Arik Ogunbowale.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tongue twister for went absolutely berserk. Did it all in the second half.
34.
Second half, right? So she hasn't gotten her just due credit over the course of time. But here's the crazy thing. She did it to him last time that they played each other and didn't get the credit this time after she gave him that work last time. She was the MVP of the game 4 years ago when they were going to the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like she shows up for this game and she's like, oh yeah? Okay. All right, let me go and give you this work. Now, I believe they missed a tremendous opportunity, and I'm not going to even say it's just for Caitlin Clark. After watching this even more, they should have both been on this team, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. You've got to turn it over from the old guard. And just the lack of humility from some players as well as the coach.
Yeah.
Just the way that they've been, talking about him, treating them, and just like, just smug. And I'm glad they beat the brakes off of them. I'm absolutely glad they did. And I think they missed an opportunity to shift the guard because what's the coach name? Reese?
Cheryl Miller.
Reeves.
Cheryl Reeves.
Reeves.
Cheryl
Okay,
Reeves.
that's it.
Yes, sorry.
So Reeves said, we should know and understand whenever we're playing the Fever that the game is going to be sold out. Why would you not take that to the international stage? It's beyond me how crazy their mindset is. Now, I said some similar things about the men's team. I don't like being petty wop.
That's my job.
You know what I mean? That's your job. The fact that you left Kyrie off of this team and you left Jalen off of this team.
Both of them. Brown
right?
or Brunson.
Listen, right. But definitely Brown. You're being petty wop because he supported Kyrie Irving during all that stuff. And he's the president of the Players Association. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the things that he's saying and a lot of things that he wants to do, He's very intellectually, he's very smart.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, it seems as if they don't want that. They don't like that. Stay in your place, young man. You know what I mean? Like, don't be talking outside yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's petty wop, because I think then you choose Derek White over him after you had a chance to rectify it. It blows my mind. So I'm looking at both sides, and I hate the politics of what they're doing in this game. And you're seeing the competitiveness of the world now, the international stage. You're seeing how they're not kowtowing as they did in the past. They used to walk in the gym in the past like boxers used to walk in the gym into the ring with Mike Tyson. They were already defeated.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's gone. And I think it's also, it's not as the same in the women's side as it is on the men's, because we know that on the women's side, if you go through the conferences, there's a couple teams at the top. Everybody else is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
You see it in the NCAA women's tournament that the top 4 are usually going to go on.
Mm-hmm.
You're rarely going to see upsets from 12s or, that's hardly going to happen. It hasn't caught up yet in the game. So you probably won't see it to the level on the women's side. Maybe a couple teams will give you a little run, but your girls here will give you that smoke. And I loved it. I loved everything about it.
Let's pause 10 quick seconds for station identification here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
I'm glad you went there, Stricky, because we've seen the United States men's team get tested in this USA Basketball Showcase, playing in the United Arab Emirates. Now they're in London. Up 3 on Germany with just about 2 minutes to go in that showcase game. Team USA women wouldn't be pushed in a showcase like this like the men are. The men's game has grown internationally to where you can compete with Team USA. And I'm not saying there's not good international talent in women's basketball in the WNBA, right? So stop that. But the depth of talent, the top-end talent isn't there like it is.
Yeah.
They're not going to test Team USA on the women's side nearly as much as on the men's side.
Facts.
Which means the best tune-up, the best challenge that the women's Olympic team can get is at home, is against the WNBA All-Stars, and to your point, the underdogs that come out with something to prove, something like a chip on their shoulder, like, you left me off the team, well, I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
That's the best tune-up, the best competition they could possibly get.
Yeah, and this shows you that there is a voice genesis that exists.
Mm-hmm.
Because normally in all-star games, how is it going to go? La-di-da-di-da. Oh, lay up. Oh, ole. You're going to get a lot of that, right? But they got wind that the USA women's team was going to go hard. And you heard that in the interview.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to the interview, Arik Ogunbowale.
That boy Strick.
She basically said they got wind that they were going to go hard, so they wanted to bring the same intensity to the game. And I think it may, like, if you happen to be in that arena, you probably watched one of the better all-star experiences throughout all the sports because it was intense, it was real.
Competitive,
They were yes.
Mm-hmm.
They were getting after each other. This wasn't no just free for all, go get numbers, 50 points just on layups and dunks. No, that's why I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think there needs to be more competitive fires, and I think a sport like baseball has to do it.
I feel like baseball's been fine.
No, their all-star game is, but I think they need to do something more to raise viewership. And I think we talked about this. Is it really a World Series? No.
Not truly.
I think they need to incorporate some form of that and make it part of their all-star game or make it part of their all-star experience. And then you just put the best of the best against their best of the best and make it a real World Series.
Could you do like hockey does whenever the Olympics come around, pause your season for a few weeks, play this tournament, then resume?
Why not? You play 162, 60-something games, right? Mm-hmm. Why not a week or two?
Most of these players are still going to be playing anyways, but some of them might not. Some are going to get some time off.
Right? Why not?
I'm with it.
I don't know.
Hey, speaking of baseball, your boy, my boy, Bobby Witt Jr.
I like him.
Our boy, a 93.7 The Ticket. You're home for the Royals in Lincoln. Second time this year, American League Player of the Week. Bobby's nice with it, Stricky. I've been telling you.
You've been telling me, and I finally got to just really focus on and he's a menace.
Mm-hmm.
He's a menace on the base pads. He's a menace in the field. He's a menace at the bat. He's a menace. Like, he is a tough out. And we talked about that. I think we talked about that off air because we talked about how good Tony Gwynn was.
One-on-one.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Against the best of the best, they couldn't get him out.
No.
They couldn't strike him out, or he was a hard out. Is Bobby Witt Jr. tracking in a similar? I'm not going to say he ever be him, but
you're right. He'll be better.
Is he kind of tracking? I hope so. I think records are always meant to be broken, or situations like that. I think it's going to be very tough to do what Tony Gwynn has done over the course of a career for that long of time, too. Like, we're talking about an aging Tony Gwynn still being as consistent as he was.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Bobby Witt Jr., is he trekking?
Bobby's got more pop, a little more power, going to hit for a little bit more of that, but he's not going to have the contact, right? The way Tony Gwynn controlled the bat and controlled the strike zone, unparalleled.
Now, there's something that I just recently watched. I didn't know this rule fully, but now I understand why there were such crazy batting stances. And I don't know if I sent it to you, but I happened to be watching their segment, and they were showing all of the different batting stances. They were showing like what's my guy that has the longest record? And look, I know who they are, but
DiMaggio
my mind, no, with Orioles. Cal Ripken.
Games played, yeah.
Cal Ripken Jr., right?
Yeah.
Cal talked about how he changed his batting stance and his hands just depending on if he went into a slump. And what they had talked about is they didn't have all of the visual cues and all of the film. So it was feel. Like they had to, feel their stances, their kicks, their different things. They talked about Shohei Ohtani had a high kick, and he changed it to just a heel toe tap. Yeah, so they talked about all these different. They talked about Rod Carew, and they talked about Bagwell, and they talked about how Bagwell he got freaking traded. Bagwell was with, I want to say, the Phillies before he went to the Astros, and his batting coaches and his team, they was like, his batting stance is not going to be good, and he still hit well in the minor leagues. They trade him, and he becomes a freaking Hall of Famer just because they didn't like his batting stance.
Yeah.
It was the Phillies?
He was drafted by the Red Sox in 89.
Red Sox?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, can you imagine you dropped the ball on a freaking Hall of Famer just because you didn't like the way he stood? But he was still having success. They're just like, it was just not sustainable. And so one of the things was some of these guys were doing the squat, and they said your strike zone is established by the normalcy of your stance. This is why Ricky Henderson had that lean stance, because it helped him to get walks so he could steal more bases.
Right.
But then you had to go into his zone where he would hit with pop. So it was a great breakdown just on baseball and stances and the changes and the adjustments and the stuff that was made. But how they shrunk their strike zones, but then people tried to manipulate it, and then the ball would come in high at their eyes, and they'd be like, it's a strike because your normal stance was established as your strike zone. Yeah, so it's crazy.
The more you know.
Yeah, I learned a lot over that.
92-88, Team USA takes down Germany. The final tune-up before the Olympics. And hey, your boy, first men's basketball flag bearer for Team USA at the Olympics, Stricky.
Shout out to him. Congratulations. I think that's a wonderful honor to be able to do that.
Hey, we haven't even said the name yet.
Yeah, I know.
Who's your boy? Who's your boy? Who's your boy?
Your boy.
Who's your boy, Stricky? Say the
Jay
name.
Foreman's boy.
Hey, say the name. Say the name. You can do it.
LeBron James.
There it is.
I even said his full
That's
name.
all we needed.
I didn't even say LeBum James.
You did not.
All right, we good.
We give you credit.
Great Monday.
Heck of a Monday.
Yeah.
We'll see if we have a Tuesday.
We'll
Big
see.
Ten Media Days coverage.
We'll see.
6 o'clock starting tomorrow, live from Indianapolis. We'll be around. We'll be here. We'll be available if the guys need us to fill in. I'm sure we'll be back on Friday for sure. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Stay tuned. Follow @OnTheBlock937 on Twitter. We're back on Twitter. We're streaming on
back,
Twitter.
baby. We're back. Thank you,
we
guys.
never left. Thanks for coming back with us. We'll keep you posted on any plans, anything going on through that Twitter account. So follow @OnTheBlock937, @eStrick20 on Twitter, @Austin_Orman as well. It's been fun. Hope to talk to you manana. But if not, it'll be Friday or maybe Wednesday. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Just stay tuned.
Stay in.
Appreciate it. Old School comes your way next.
Peace.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting